Here is something almost no freelancer knows. A slow income year is not just a setback. It can unlock a tax credit that pays you to save for retirement. It is called the Saver's Credit. And in 2026, it can put up to $1,000 back in your pocket as a single filer or up to $2,000 for a married couple. Most people never claim it. Some have never even heard of it. And the cruel irony is this. The very year your freelance income dips is often the exact year you finally qualify. Today I show you how it works, where the income lines fall, what counts, and how a down year becomes a hidden opportunity. Welcome to the Freelancer's Wealth Blueprint. This is where we turn freelance income into long-term wealth. If you work for yourself, hit that subscribe button. This channel is built for people like you. Let us get into it. So what exactly is the Saver's Credit? The official name is the Retirement Savings Contributions Credit. It is a tax credit for low and moderate income people who put money into a retirement account. And here is the key word: credit. This is not a deduction that shaves a little off your taxable income. It is a credit that comes straight off the tax you owe, dollar for dollar. A $1,000 credit erases $1,000 of tax. It rewards you simply for doing what you already should be doing, saving for your future. The credit comes in 3 sizes, and which one you get depends entirely on your income. The top tier is 50% of what you contribute, the middle tier is 20%, and the lowest tier is 10%. The credit is calculated on the first $2,000 you contribute as a single person, or the first $4,000 for a married couple filing jointly. So at the 50% tier, $2,000 contributed becomes a $1,000 credit. That is the maximum for a single filer. Now here are the actual income lines for 2026, and this is the part you have to get right. The numbers are based on your adjusted gross income. For a single filer, you get the 50% credit if your adjusted gross income is $24,250 or less. The 20% credit runs from there up to $29,500. The 10% credit runs up to $40,250. Above that, you get nothing. For head of household, the 50% line is $36,375. For married filing jointly, the 50% line is $48,500, and the credit fully phases out at $80,500. So why does a slow freelance year matter so much? Because in a good year, your income is probably too high to qualify. The Saver's Credit is built for modest earners, but freelance income swings. One slow quarter, a lost client, a few months off, a pivot to a new business, and suddenly your income for the year drops into the qualifying zone. The year that felt like a financial disappointment is the same year the government is quietly offering to match part of your retirement savings. Most freelancers never connect those 2 dots. And here is the part that makes it even more achievable. The number that matters is your adjusted gross income, not your gross revenue. As a freelancer, you have powerful ways to push that number down legally. The deductible half of your self-employment tax comes off the top. Contributions to a SEP IRA or a solo 401k come off the top. Self-employed health insurance premiums come off the top. So your gross income might be $33,000, but after those adjustments, your adjusted gross income could land at $23,800. And just like that, you have crossed under the line into the 50% tier. Now, which contributions actually count toward the credit? The list is broader than people think. Contributions to a traditional or Roth IRA count. Contributions to a solo 401k count. So do SEP IRA and simple IRA contributions. And salary deferrals into a workplace plan. Even contributions to an ABLE account, if you are eligible, can count. Remember, the credit is calculated on the first $2,000 per person, so you do not need to max anything out. $2,000 into a Roth IRA is enough to capture the full single filer credit. To actually claim it, you use one form, IRS Form 8880. It is short. You enter your contributions, the form walks you through your credit percentage based on your adjusted gross income and filing status, and the result flows onto your Form 1040. Most tax software handles it automatically the moment you enter both your retirement contributions and your income. But if you file by hand or if your software skips it, you have to know to look for it. This is one of the most commonly missed credits in the entire tax code. Now, one honest limitation you must understand: the saver's credit is non-refundable. That means it can reduce your tax bill all the way down to zero, but it cannot create a refund beyond the tax you owe. So if you had such a slow year that you owe little or no income tax, the credit may be worth less or nothing at all. This is why timing matters. The sweet spot is a year where your income dipped into the qualifying range, but you still owe at least some income tax for the credit to wipe out. There is also a short list of who cannot claim it. You must be at least 18 years old, you cannot be a full-time student, and you cannot be claimed as a dependent on someone else's return. As long as you clear those 3 gates and your income falls in range, you are eligible. Simple as that. Let us put real numbers on it. Say you are a single freelancer. A rough year drops your adjusted gross income to $23,800. You scrape together $2,000 and put it into a Roth IRA before the deadline. Because your adjusted gross income is under $24,250, you land in the 50% tier. 50% of $2,000 is $1,000. That $1,000 comes directly off your federal tax bill. You saved for retirement and the government handed you $1,000 for doing it. That is the power of claiming this in a low-income year. Here is the strategy to carry away. Watch your adjusted gross income every single year, especially in the lean ones. Stack your freelancer adjustments, the half of self-employment tax, the retirement contributions, the health premiums, to pull that number into the qualifying zone. Then make a deliberate retirement contribution to capture the credit. A slow year is painful, but it can be the cheapest possible year to fund your future, because the credit effectively pays for part of it. Treat the down years as planting years. Final thought. The Saver's Credit is one of the most overlooked tools available to working people, and freelancers are perfectly positioned to use it because our income moves. When the next slow stretch comes, do not just brace for it. Run your numbers, find your adjusted gross income, and see if a small retirement contribution unlocks free money from the IRS. If this helped, hit subscribe. I will see you in the next one. This content is for educational purposes only and does not constitute tax advice. Consult a qualified tax professional for guidance specific to your situation.